lens. This is a case of subluxated lens in a case of trauma. As you can see, the subluxation is more than the quadrant area. First staining the capsule with Ripan blue. I have put a viscoelastic. It's a good idea to keep the chamber well formed as the zonules are lax. Rhexis is little tougher, but with patience you can get away. Don't hyperinflate the bag and not don't underinflate, so that Rhexis becomes easy. Entry in this case is done in such a way so that when you are doing phaco, it has to be away from the subluxated area. This is a CTR. You can use one hand or two hand technique, whichever way you are comfortable. It is good idea to start putting the CTR in the area away from the subluxation, and when you are going in the last eyelet, the trailing eyelet, you have to be very very careful to release it into the bag. Mind you, this time you have to keep the chamber well formed. The hydrodissection, it has to be done at multiple places with small bolus of fluid. And decompressing the bag. Don't try to overinflate. Phaco, important point is you have to do phaco in the area which is away from the subluxation, so as to not to increase the subluxation. It has to be a gentle phaco, whichever way you are comfortable, stop and chop or direct chop or divide and conquer. The parameters have to be moderate. You have to keep the bottle height around 80 to 90 and the vacuum and flow rate depending on your comfort level to avoid the AC fluctuations. You can do bit by bit. Main idea is to avoid minimal AC fluctuation. Before withdrawing any instrument, you have to put a viscoelastic to avoid AC fluctuations, because that might increase the subluxation. So it's very important to always keep the chamber well formed. Phaco has to be a slow motion phaco. Patience is the key. Regarding the IA, bimanual irrigation aspiration is preferred, as there is a CTR in place. There is a resistance in pulling the cortex. You have to be very very gentle. Patience is the key. You have to nudge the areas with a parallel movement rather than a pull movement. It has to be a sideways movement to remove the cortex rather than just a pull, so that you are not increasing the subluxation. In this also you have to remember, before taking out the irrigation port, you have to form the chamber with viscoelastic so that AC doesn't get flattened. In the lens implantation, it has to be done under viscoelastic to avoid the AC fluctuations, with gentle pushing in the lens so that it doesn't hit the bag. It has to be a gentle movement, and whenever you are dialing it, avoid dialing too much. It has to be a slow dialing movement to avoid any pressure or stress on the zonules. And in the subluxated area, you can do the IA in the later stage after putting the lens, as I am doing, as the zonules are very very lax in that area, so it's a good idea to do IA in that area after putting the lens. That too very very slow nudging movements, side movements rather than a pull movement. Keep the chamber always formed, avoid AC fluctuations with the patience, I think you can get away very easily. In the sealing of the ports, it's a good idea to keep the irrigation on and then inject the fluid on the other side port or the main port, like this, to avoid any amount of any AC fluctuation. Thank you.